We're back from February break, and juniors are already scheduling classes for next year.
Yes, it's been a busy time in guidance, and freshmen and sophomores will have their chance soon. But first, CAPT.
We'll have info on the testing, some tips on scheduling, and a whole lot more.
Good morning, Staples.
Good morning, Staples. I'm Lexi.
And I'm Tyler.
Today is February 28th, the last day of February.
Well, not always the last day.
Before we get to the pledge, let's talk about this and recognize one person.
There is one Staples student that has only officially gone to celebrate his birthday, on his birthday 3 times in his life.
Spencer Manners was born on February 29th, 2000.
So the 29th has also happened in 2004, 2008, and last year.
So Spencer, happy early birthday.
Yes, very early. And we all look forward to you turning 5 in 2016. Here's the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
As you know, CAPT starts next week.
Ryan Shea, Jake Shore, and Mr. and Mrs. Anilio put together a video of some things you need to know about the testing.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Staples! I'm Ryan Shea, and I'm here to tell you about CAPT. This is a message for all sophomores. Starting on Tuesday, March 5th and ending on Thursday, March 14th, you will be taking CAPT. Your information can be found here, outside the main office, and in these other special locations. Here outside the guidance office, the second of 3 locations, you can find your CAPT schedule. We're here in the cafeteria, third of 3 locations, you can find your CAPT schedule. These are the locations where you can find your room assignments. Review sessions are posted outside the main office. And don't forget, freshmen, juniors, and seniors, you get to sleep in. Review sessions are in the last week of February and the first week of March after school. Schedules can be found online or outside the main office. Mr. and Miss Anilio, can you send some kids down? I need to see him for a couple minutes.
Almost every day, a student goes down to the AP office with questions or issues about parking.
Just yesterday, 3 different students were down wondering about if there was going to be another lottery for juniors.
As you'll see from the conversation we taped with Mr. Franzis and Officer Alisea, there are factors involved with making parking decisions that you may not be totally aware of. Take a look.
Good morning, Nelson. What's the lame I parked on campus story of the day today?
Okay, students come in and they can't find their usual parking spot, so they just park wherever they want, thinking it's okay. We're halfway into the year.
So what's the biggest problem you're seeing right now with parking, Nelson?
The biggest problem I see is that juniors are parking, especially lately, juniors are parking on campus. They should be parking at Wakeman, and because they're doing that, they're taking up other spots, and we can't even have another lottery to open it up for them because we don't really know how many spaces we have available.
So the bottom line is, you're ticketing junior cars that are parking here on campus that don't have a sticker. And what will eventually happen when these juniors try to register for the legitimate lottery, we'll have their number on record and we'll exclude them from getting a parking sticker legitimately because they've been parking illegally here on campus.
So they risk not getting a parking spot this year and even next year.
So we're working together here to make sure that the students who legitimately have the right to park here on campus do. And we'd like the juniors to look out for their fellow juniors and do the right thing and not park on campus if they don't have a sticker.
That's correct. Thanks, Mr. Francis.
So be aware, you may think you're getting away with something, but not following the rules could come back to haunt you, either with not being able to get into the next lottery, not getting a parking pass next year, or having serious accountabilities.
Best Buddies is one of the organizations that makes Staples the special place it is.
They have one of their major events this weekend.
Here's George to introduce one of the Buddies co-presidents with more information about this weekend.
Hi, my name is George Coakley's. Here's Joey Aftab telling you more about the Best Buddies fashion show on Saturday.
I'm Joe Aftab, president of Best Buddies, co-president. We are having a fashion show / silent auction this Saturday, 7 to 9, at the auditorium. Everybody's welcome. It's going to be a good time. We're all going to have fun. We're just going to see some new different fashions that everybody, the buddies and peer buddies, are really going to be showing off. So it'll be a great time. Everybody's welcome. 7 to 9 this Saturday at the auditorium. Come by.
And now back to the host.
Thanks, George. Another Staples Club that is doing some important work is the Wounded Warrior Project Club.
Right now, they are collecting letters to send to Sam Goodgame and his unit.
Sam is a Staples graduate that is presently serving in the Army in Afghanistan.
Here's Dan and Lucas of the club with more information.
Hello, my name is Daniel, and I am the president of the Wounded Warrior Project Club here at Staples.
And I'm Lucas. I'm the vice president. The Wounded Warrior Project is a non-profit organization in which people across America help wounded veterans and their families transition back to civilian life.
Now, we have a favor to ask of you today. A couple of weeks ago, a Staples graduate, Sam Goodgame's mother, emailed Mr. Dodig and a few members of the Staples staff asking if a club could tackle the task of sending a few care packages to Sam and his men in Afghanistan. We gladly accepted the challenge, and our first care package is on the way right now. Now, what we want from you is letters. We sent the care package filled with things like cookies, baby wipes, magazines, books, little things that would help them and also make them feel a little more comfortable. But the thing that really helps them is appreciative letters from students like you. The letters will be able to be dropped off in a sealed brown cardboard box in the Staples lobby for the next 2 to 3 weeks. We ask you that you leave the letters unpackaged because we will be putting them into a manila folder like this so that they can receive them all at one time. Thank you very much for your support. We appreciate it, and remember to write your letters and bring them into the Staples lobby. The box will be labeled Letters to Afghanistan. We really appreciate your support. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
Thanks, guys. Now let's turn to looking at next year's classes.
You've probably noticed that it's somewhat hectic in the guidance this week, as juniors are picking out classes for next year.
We'll check in with guidance soon, but first we thought it might be fun to take a look at options you might want to consider for next year. 2 electives and 1 math class.
First of all, here's some info about a class that will help you learn about some important skills that will help you in your future.
Oh, this is so frustrating.
Miss Stern, what's wrong? Why are you so frustrated?
I'm trying to do my taxes and I just can't figure it out.
You know what? You should take our personal finance class. And you should too. Do you want to be financially independent? Do you want to be fiscally responsible? Do you want to know how to manage money? Then the personal finance class is just for you. We learn about budgets, we learn about gross pay, net pay, earnings, taxes, Social Security, Medicare, mortgages, credit cards, how to buy a house, how to invest some money, all things you're going to need to know when you graduate from Staples High School, away from mommy and daddy, living on your own. See your guidance counselor if you're interested in taking personal finance. It's a semester-long course. Everybody at Staples High School should take it before they graduate. Hopefully we'll see you soon. See ya!
As Mr. Klein said, you will learn about all sorts of things that you'll really need to know about, so you very much might want to consider taking personal finance sometimes during your time here at Staples.
As we all know, the Klein Challenge seemed to be spot on, so I'm sure he's right about this too. Now, let's turn to a couple of elective choices.
Kelsey and Knox went down to our kitchen to ask Chef Gans if she would be willing to demo the types of dishes that you would learn if you signed up for one of the culinary classes. Here she is.
Good morning. I am Chef Gans, and as many of you know, I'm one of the chef instructors at Staples. I teach Culinary 1, 2, and the advanced class that runs full year. We're here today to talk about a healthy recipe that I made really easily the other night. It's super healthy. It's actually dairy-free. It's nut-free. You can make it vegetarian. It's egg-free. So really healthy. It's also wheat-free. You can make it a lot of different ways.
That's why you have to put culinary on your course selection for next year.
Enjoy.
If you like to try Chef's Thai red curry with chicken and vegetables, we put the recipe on our webpage.
Get to the Media Lab page. Click on the Good Morning Staples link. On the bottom, we'll be putting links for the show, and the recipe is right there.
Or, better yet, you can sign up for one of the culinary classes.
Finally, Jack and Jack talked to Miss Simpson about a very unique class offered in the art department. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, guys. So there's an art class here called printmaking, and we know nothing about it.
So we went to Mrs. Simpson to find out more.
Alright, so you're the printmaking teacher. Now, lots of kids don't even know what printmaking is. Can you just quickly explain what it is?
Sure. Well, printmaking evolved out of the popularity of our silkscreen class. And ironically, silkscreen is only one form of printmaking. If you take the printmaking class, you get to experience many different types of printmaking media. The first being linoleum cut, which you are probably already experienced with in middle school. Looks like this, where you carve out of a block, you roll ink with a brayer over it, and you produce images like these. The next step would be to try something like woodcut, where it's similar. You're carving out of a block, rolling ink over it, but you get the wood grain coming through your prints. This is an example of what that kind of a project would look like. What's new and exciting is the intaglio process. If you can see here, you work with a plastic plate and you scratch out your image. Then you rub ink into the recessed areas, unlike the block printing where you're putting ink on the raised areas, and then you run it through our press with some damp paper, and you get images that look like these. So if you sign up for printmaking, you get to use this amazing press, which we use for a few different printmaking processes, including the intaglio, which is like etching, and you get to produce awesome images like this. And finally, there's monoprint, which is a little bit different. Again, you're using the plastic plate, but you're not scratching into it. You're drawing onto it with water-soluble pastels, and then using damp paper in the press, the paper lifts the color off the plate and onto your paper.
That sounds really fun. Now, we've heard that we haven't been able to take printmaking in the past couple of years. Why is that?
You know, it was approved 9 or 10 years ago, and it ran a couple of times, but it wasn't well publicized at the time. So not many people knew about it, and unfortunately now the kids who've taken it have already graduated, and we don't have the word of mouth to spread the news that it's really a lot of fun. So I'm hoping this promo is going to attract a lot of students.
Wow, that class looks really fun.
Yeah, it does.
Now, they might be changing the name of printmaking to something a little fancier. So if you want to take printmaking, just look for that change.
Back to the hosts.
Printmaking isn't the only class that is flying a bit under the radar, and yet it's fun, unique, and worth consideration.
We'd also like to suggest you look at the course catalog at the stagecraft and costume design classes offered by our theater department.
And did you know that Staples offers an ENT course?
How many courses can you take that may someday help you save someone's life?
There are a lot of choices that you'll be making over the next few weeks.
To close off the segment, we went down to talk to Ms. Tallarico and Ms. Capozzi to see how students can make the best of their scheduled meetings.
Juniors are signing up for their course selections for next year now. Freshmen will start next week, and then we see you sophomores beginning on March 18th.
That's after CAPT, kids. So, what will help best when you come in to see us? What will help best is if you prepare yourself. You've already started by preparing yourself by speaking with your teachers about course recommendations for your academic courses. Also important is to review the book, the course selection book, and review the elective courses that you can choose from. You just saw 2 examples of some elective courses here at our high school, and there are many, many more. The only way courses will run is if you pre-register based on your interest. So, come in with ideas and prepared so we can have a nice conversation with you about your classes for next year.
We're looking forward to it.
Now let's turn to sports. Our boys basketball team has made the state Double L tournament.
They'll play their first round game against New Britain next Monday night at 7 o'clock.
If you can't make it up to New Britain for the game, you can catch the action live on WWPT.
Over break, the boys and girls indoor track team had 2 standout races.
In a close and exciting match, Staples boys defeated Danbury by 2 points to repeat as state champions.
The girls also had a great meet, finishing 2nd overall in the state.
Here's Brad with a report on the meets.
Thanks, Brad. On Saturday, the team is heading up to Boston for the New England Championships.
We want to wish everyone good luck.
We're starting also to think about spring sports. Any girls interested in outdoor track and field should come to the meeting after school next Monday at 2:30 in the field house.
And also, there is a meeting for anyone interested in trying out for the boys golf team after school next Tuesday in room 3069.
But we're not done with the winter season yet.
We'd like to close our show today with a music video that Remy put together that pays tribute to our boys hockey team.
Thanks, Remy.
Both our classes will work together to produce one show a week during CAPT week.
Next week, our show will be on Wednesday, and the following week, we'll air our show on Thursday.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.